What's going on, everybody? Got another video, and today we are gonna be doing going over a couple of replays, and also showing you guys kind of a live match. Not really. I mean, I recorded it, but I didn't get to record the first two. I was preparing to record, and then I paused my recording on my screen, and it ended up being that I didn't record my first two games, and then I didn't notice till my last game. But anyways, let's get right into it. Today we went or not today, yesterday I went up against one of my Discord members, also clan members. He goes by Joker, this is his alternative account. Lose for 999. I'm not sure what's that all about, but okay, to each their own. But anyways, he was running obviously one of the best strategies in the game, DFA, Dark Farm Ace. And my first game against him, I kind of wanted to try something a little bit different, a little bit new, and I was obviously Wizard, of course, still my number one tower to go with, and I was gonna use Glue and Bomb, which it did all right, but I believe I started struggling whenever he started rushing me, just because I didn't really play aggressive against him this game. I didn't rush him enough to pretty much keep up the pressure and make sure that he couldn't farm as well. And he got really good farms in this game and ended up beating me, if I'm not mistaken. But all in all, it was a really good game. He's a very good player, very aggressive. Well, at least in my opinion, as far as the way he plays. But he's good. He's definitely very good. We're gonna speed this up a little bit, just because we got to get through this game and then we got to go through another one. Here he was. Let's see. He brought Copy Eco, which was really bad for us, especially knowing that we were running an eco strategy. But with our Glue Monkey down, we were able to defend a little bit longer than normal with just one Wizard. But let's see. I still needed to get up some more defense later on as we continued. Here he continues to push the regen whites, and I go for another Ace Apprentice, and that helped to clean up a little bit more. I wasn't struggling as much, and we're both down pretty even in lives. He's got 129, I got 137, and here I sent him a few leads just to try and pressure and make sure he's got his lead detection, which he already did, but gotta keep him on his toes, and and we were just ecoing as much as we could. He hit the lightning, and he's able to defend very well. Here he tries to rush us with some Space Zebras, which really that does nothing to two lightnings. I did put down another lightning, but that was just me preparing for round 13 anyways, as well as if he didn't rush round 13, round 15, because that's when he can send the ceramic balloons. So round 13, I'm trying to pressure him a little bit by sending some small rushes, and I wasn't able to get all that much pressure on him. He was still able to get his BIA round 14, which was really bad for us, because once a DFA player gets a round 14 BIA, they're able to pretty much save up as much money as possible for getting a factory really early, which for them, I mean, that works out in their favor, because it allows them to be able to rush early, and it's very hard to defend against, especially when you're running an eco strategy. you don't have as much time to build up as much money, and it gets really tough. So we're going to fast forward a little bit more. We're around 17. He's starting to get some defense in case of Moabs, and that's when I pulled out the bomb, and he's surprised by it because not really anybody runs these 3 towers together. I mean, it's very strange. You don't really see it. And here I'm still trying to apply some pressure to try to prevent him from farming. But it's pretty much a lost cause at this point because he's able to easily either collect or sell, and he can defend, or he's got boost as well. But we did get some pretty good leaks on him. It went down to 56, which I was very surprised he didn't leak down anymore, because there was a lot of ceramics that got, or what looked like a lot of balloons that got through. And here I'm still trying to get some more defense up, and he sends a BFB and gets his factory too, which was really tough on us. And not only did he send a BFB, he also sent a Moab behind it, which just makes it that much harder for us to defend, and a bunch of regen leads behind it too. So if I'm not mistaken, in this round I ended up having to boost just because there was a lot getting through there. And yeah, that's where I boosted. As you can see, the life bar flashing red, but I didn't leak any. So yeah, I had to boost there, and then he continues his rush, and I'm trying to eco as best as I can as well, but I wasn't able to really get much progress as far as my eco goes. And he sends me another BFB, which at this point we have 4 bombs, 1 glue, and 2 dragon's breaths now. And it has really good pierce against the BFB, but as well, it just makes it really difficult for us to defend with him applying so much pressure. And here he had to, it looks like he had to sell one of his factories, and I had to boost again to be able to defend. But he sold, and he was able to get his Super Monkey Fan Club and easily defend a BFB, so he didn't struggle with that. And that being said, I'm still trying to eco, but he's got more money to rush since he sold, and he still has his Super Monkey Fan Club. So pretty much being down to my last boost, it just didn't work out in our favor. Actually, no, I guess I did boost earlier. I guess I was able to, on that first time around, I guess I was able to survive without boosting. And oh, I remember what I did was I used my my spike storm. That's what I did. And okay, so there I had boosted on the second BFB he sent to defend, and we were able to defend the third one easily. We're still ecoing round 24, and here he sends a ZOMG, which I think this one might have been the nail in the coffin, because I think I just wasn't able to defend this. But I was still ecoing, not knowing that he was going to send it, which I should have been prepared for. But immediately I stopped ecoing. He's trying to defend AI around 25, which AI gets pretty hectic around 25. So you always want to be prepared for that. But here I'm trying to just destroy the ZOMG layer, break it down, and continue to destroy it as much as I can with the 4-2 glue. It helped out some, and I damage boosted, but it wasn't enough. And I thought to myself, I should have gotten a Tempest Tornado, which probably would have helped a little bit, but I only had $6,000. I probably wouldn't have been able to afford. I would have had to sell something, and on boost I wasn't able to defend some. But that was a really good game, and this was a best out of 3, so we're gonna move on to the next one. All right, guys. So round number 2, I tried to go same strategy as he did, running DFA, trying to show off my micro, but obviously I can't. I'm really bad about hitting the sell button, and I try to practice some span, which, if you don't know, it's speed bonanza, with one of my other Discord members, and sometimes clan members, because he leaves quite often, unfortunately. And yeah, I practice span with him, and I'm just not very good at it. I mean, I try to do my best, especially going like a passive strategy whenever he goes heli farm Cobra every single time. But even then I still end up losing, just because I always either mess up my micro, which at times it can be really good if I'm concentrated enough, and then other times it's just horrible. I either miss my abilities or I miss the sell button, and I end up trying to play something right on top of a tower that's there, and then it just ends up going to hell. So either way, I tried DFA on this game, and I played it to the best of my ability, but I'm not a DFA man, and I ended up losing this one as well. But I lasted a lot longer than I normally do. I guess, I was over defending for the most part, and that helped a lot. But I still wasn't able to beat him. I just don't. I do understand how to play it because I've seen plenty of games. I'm just not very good at it, and then my micro also can be pretty, like I said, pretty crappy sometimes. But right now we're actually got a really good out farm going. We've got 4 farms to his 2, and oh shoot, I lost connection there. Oh man, well, choking the content here, man. Alright, so we're just gonna fast forward through this. As you can see, I used all my damage boosts throughout the game, and even with an out farm, he was able to beat me very easily. Like I said, I'm just not very good at DFA. So I ended up changing my strategy, and we ended up doing the final round. And for that one, I'm gonna show you guys the live gameplay. Alrighty, guys. So on this final one, we ended up going our final round. It was a best of 3 pretty much, and I decided to go something a little bit more aggressive, especially if I was going to beat his DFA. This was interesting game. So I needed to, obviously, like I said, be very aggressive, and I went with TAC Farm Wiz, which is one of the best and easiest strategies to use in the game. A lot of newbies and beginners use it, and I highly recommend it, especially if you're trying to get better and learn how to play in higher arenas, because this strategy specifically can take you up all the way into Moab Pit, and you can run it sometimes in BFB, but you got to be really careful, because whenever people try to run grinding strategies against this strategy, you end up running into a situation where they'll rush you with camos, and you're not able to defend properly, because obviously the Maelstrom won't shred the camo balloon. So it's very unlucky and unfortunate. NK really needs to give the Maelstrom ability some camo detection at least, because I mean, let's face it, how does Boomerang get camo detection on the 4th tier upgrade with the ability usage, but the tack shooter doesn't? That's just a little silly. It might be because it's an actual monkey, and these are towers that are just machine towers, but still, I mean, it would help out a lot, and it make things a little bit more fair, and expand the strategies that are able to be used for grinding and defending and all that stuff. So NK, if you by any chance watch this, or if anybody gets this to somebody in NK, fix that, please. Fix it. So anyways, we're running Wistak farm, and right now we're both farming pretty evenly. I'm up on lives, which is one of the huge advantages of using tack early game. You can defend so far with tack by just one tack by itself. Here I have two already, but that's just because I was being extra careful. I didn't want to leak anything. I wanted to make sure that we got a win on this. So here we're getting prepared for any yellows that he might send us, because yellows can get through. But luckily with the two tack shooters and one wizard, we were able to do pretty well. And here I rush him with a lot of yellows because he wasn't ready. Also, this game I brought salted wounds, which came in clutch big time because we were able to get a huge eco advantage, and that helped us to get an out farm. There I'm not sure if maybe he thought he didn't leak any. Maybe he didn't notice since he flexed on us, but we were able to get some leaks and get a full salted out of him, so that was really good. Here I'm preparing for a round 13 rush just in case, because you never know, people might want to end it early, especially if you're about to 3-0 somebody. Here we are up in farms. We've got 2 or 3 full plantations. He's got 2.5. Here he's trying to rush us a little bit, and we're getting up our camo defense and making sure that we have enough just in case of camo ceramics, which can be very troublesome. So let's see here. I'm trying to put some pressure on him since he has minimal defense, and we go for a little bit of a rush, and he rushes on his end too. I try to get a salted in, and we get a full salted, which is really good. Got him down to 13 lives. I'm still at my 150, and here I go for some ceramic defense, and then I end up butchering my micro to get a bank, a early game bank. I end up selling my tack shooter to get a BIA, and we're able to defend very easily afterwards. He does try to pressure us a little bit, I believe, with a couple of reaches. No, actually, no. I think those were just AI. I didn't even see. But here we're applying some pressure too. We're trying to get bias any more leaks that we can, but unfortunately we weren't able to. But we did force a lightning, and that was really good on our end. Round 17, we've got 1058 eco, which is really good on our end. We've got a BIA. It wasn't a full BIA, but it was a BIA, and we had about 5k stored up in interest. And I'm prepared for him to send a Moab, so I immediately lightning the first one, and we get ready for a Maelstrom, but we didn't even need it. 2 Dragon's Breath were able to defend with a lightning. And I think at this point he noticed, obviously he doesn't have enough farms, he doesn't have and I'm out farming him by a lot, and so he's hit the unlucky. We're applying the pressure. Now it's our turn to send a Moab after he just damage boosted to AI, what it looked like. So we send him Moab. We're sending leads behind it, and hopefully this was able to get through. But he sold everything. He was able to clean up really well with the Super Monkey Fan Club, but that was huge on our end to make him sell all his farms. And now he's pretty much down because he probably had about maybe 400 to 500 eco at best, and we were able to keep applying pressure. So we hit him with another 2 Moabs. He hits damage boost, and he cleans up very well. And here he rushes us with a BFB. but we have more than enough money. We can collect, we can and defend, and we hit the Maelstrom, and that cleaned up very easily. So now he's down to no farms, down in eco, and we still have a full BIA. I start getting ready just in case of another BFB or Moab, and he had to damage boost, which was very unfortunate because I had just sent another BFB, and here he just ends up trying to all out us. We damage boost, we destroyed the Moabs he sent, and clean up with a Maelstrom. And this is pretty much where he ends up losing. But he hit us with the Salted Wounds for the end, and that was a really good game. We take the win on that one. But he did end up beating us in the best of 3, which all in all was really fun. I enjoyed it, and it was a really good game. So shout out to my boy Joker. He's great member in the clan and Discord, and he has helped me out a ton, especially in the Discord, to get it set up from the very beginning of its inception. So if you guys are interested in joining, feel free to do so. I will leave a link in the description below. Also, if my clan is teaming up with the Phantom clan, and we are going to be going for a C8 grind, and the minimum is going to be 20,000 keys. So if you can and are willing to sign up for the C8 grind, and I'm going to leave the Phantom server link on the description below too. So all right guys, well, I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're not already, and leave a comment, show some love. All right, peace.